Hi everybody, it's Stefe and welcome back to my channel. So I thought today we would do a review of the Cremated palette. So if you are new to my channel, I got this palette from the Supreme Winter box. So I'm going to show you everything. We're going to swatch everything and then I will do an eye look with it, and hopefully it will be cohesive and turn out well today because I am leaving the house today to take my son sledding. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm also going to turn off the lights so you can see the bottom row there. So we're just going to go through and start swatching these, and I will tell you what everything is, and then hopefully after that I can start to put together a really cool eye look. I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to do yet. A lot of the grays in here look similar. They're like slightly different, but like Gravedigger and Solemnly Swear look the same. Rest in Peace and Wednesday look the same. Life Insurance and Last Respects look the same. And then some of these are really different. Like I really like Diamond Ashes, this white with the metallic in it. I really like that. I really like Mausoleum. I really like Last Look. I do appreciate that there is also a matte black and a shimmer black in here in case you wanted to do, you know, either of those or both. You could do those both on their own and they would look good. But let's just start swatching. Okay, so this is the first row right here. So we're going to start with over here. This is Hearse. Then we have Angel of Death. And then we have Gravedigger, Death Certificate, Rest in Peace, and on the end this is Pallbearer. And I think they are very pretty. So that was the first row. So now we're on to the second row. Okay. So we have Inheritance, Wednesday, Mortuary Beautician, Last Look. I really like this color. We might be using this one. Solemnly Swear, and the Morgue. I found this one, the Morgue, and also Hearse to be a little bit patchy. So if you're going to use those, make sure you go in with a primer. Oh, look, Bella came up to say hi. I got this stray hair going on here. Okay, so this third row, I'm going to warn you, since this is more of the muted light grays, they're going to be harder to see. I'm probably going to show you with the light on and with the light off, just because they are hard to see. I gotta make sure I don't drop this palette. Okay, so first one we have here is Mausoleum. And then we have Embalmed, which has a shimmer in it, like a glitter, but it's not really showing up that well. And then we have Eulogy. Life Insurance. This one is a little bit patchy. Last Respects, that one's also patchy, and Goodbye, which is another one that should have a little bit of a shimmer to it. So here they are up close. You can see they're different. You can kind of see the glitter in there, but I have glitter all over my hands. All right, so the last and the lightest row, this one is, what is up with this piece of hair? This is really going to be hard to show on camera, but I'm going to try, okay? So these are the colors you would mainly use if you were doing like more of a neutral look, mostly. Okay, so see, like I said, they're very hard to see. They are there though, okay? So I'm going to show them to you. So we have Obituary, which would be a nice transition. Bridal Ground, other nice transition. Afterlife, which I think we're going to use as our brow bone highlight. I think that'd be really pretty. Casket Ready, Death Blow, which is a nice white, and then Diamond Ashes, which is really a pretty color. See, and they all kind of look the same. So now we have to put together a look and decide what they're going to do. So I'm going to sit here for a minute and figure that out, take off the glasses, and then we will get to going on that. All right, so I'm just going to start out with an Equate big fluffy brush. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in as far as I can so you guys can really see what's going on here. Okay, so we're going to take Diamond Ashes, which I think is a really, oh, it's a little bit chunky, really pretty brow bone color, and we're going to pop that up here. And that is really, really bright. Oh my God. These are really good colors for winter though. They really are. And then for our transition, we're going to take Obituary and put that all over the lid. As I said, this would be a nice transition color because it's just, it's there, but it's still just, it's just barely there. So now we're going to go into the front of the crease with Mausoleum because it is just so pretty. I could not get over that. I have to use it. I want to use it. I think it is beautiful. And now that I have it on my eye, I don't really like it. Maybe it was Last Look. Let me put Last Look on top of that. I'm getting a lot of chunky fallout, but I am a very heavy-handed person, so that's probably why. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty! I haven't been telling you guys what brushes I've been using. They're like just generic brushes. Like I don't have Morphe brushes, but I have this little e.l.f. crease brush. We're going to go into Hearse. As you guys know, I love a good vampy eye look. And we're going to just take that in the corner of the eye and kind of bring it to the middle. Don't worry if you're following along with me and this looks messy. It's going to look a lot better soon. But what we want to do is we want to drag that towards the middle because we're going to end up blending those two together. Sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I use a brush. It really depends on the shadows. So we'll see. Okay, so let's clean up this top part of the eye because I have one eye that's a little bit higher than the other. So we're going to go back to the first brush we used, and we're not going to add any extra more shadow on top. We're just going to kind of blend those colors together just so we get more of a gradient look. You see what I mean? The difference between this eye and this eye. And now I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush. This is just an MSQ brush. And we're just going to kind of just wiper motions and blend these two together a little bit. It's okay if it doesn't look perfect. We just want to blend that together. And then me, in good fashion, I usually add a little bit of extra black because I don't know why I use a new brush for black when I have a brush that I use for black like every day, but we're just gonna go re-outline those edges a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to clean this up. I'll come back when it's time to do underneath the eye because we're going to do something under here. And then we're going to add like a little bit in the corner and it's going to look real pretty. So I'll come back when it's time to do that. I have to put my base on. And before we do that, I just want to show you guys the fallout because usually with Jeffree Star's formula, you can kind of see the fallout on another person. But once you go in with a makeup wipe, you really see it. So I'm just going to show you. Now, I told you I'm heavy-handed, so that has a lot to do with it. One thing I'm kind of concerned about is the fallout from the glitter, because usually with his glitter formulas, they aren't that chunky and you don't get a lot of fallout. So I don't know if he's in the middle of changing his formula. But from the Bloodlust palette I have, it doesn't do that. But the Blood Money palette does do that. So I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'll be right back when we're ready to do the under eye. Okay, so before we do any more, the important thing to do after concealer is to powder the under eye, especially if you're going in with any type of shadow because you don't want to have any fallout that you can't sweep away. And usually with powder, it'll pick that up and you can sweep it right off. So we're going to put that on first, put on some eyeliner, and then we'll go from there. I don't know why this palette has such a tough magnetic seal, but it does. So we're going to just put that right here. Now you don't need much. I'm only grabbing just a little bit on my brush. And this is a baking powder. So you want to be careful with those too because they will, what's the word I'm looking for? They will oxidize and then make your face a lot brighter. I don't mind a bright under eye, but sometimes it gets to be too bright and I'm like, oh girl, what do we do then? So now we're just going to go in, sorry you guys can't see that, in the waterline. And then we'll do a little bit off the waterline too. And we're going to drag that right out to meet the black of the eye like that. So now I'm going to take like a little pencil brush and we're just going to go in probably, I'm thinking, let's see, what do we want to go in with? Let's go in with Afterlife because it's such a pretty bright color. And I'm just going to pop that down here. Just like that. Can you see the difference? Can you see how it's more blended? Okay, it's hard to tell with the light, but I did put a little bit more on right here, and I actually really like that as like an inner corner highlight. And then just dragging it all along that bottom lash line. Woo, that one got in my eye, girl. Now don't forget to brush off your extra powder. I actually think I have a piece of hair in my eye too. But don't forget to brush that off. Oh, there, I think my brush got it out. But that is what that looks like so far. So I'm going to go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and we will talk about Miss Cremated. Alright, one more thing before I move on. I do have the the Platinum Ice Skin Fresh Pro palette. That's a mouthful. I did a review of this on its own on my channel, but I figured it would be good to use this because it has this, did somebody drop this? It's like super dirty. Oh my god. There's this shade in here called Glacier, which is like a pretty gray, and I thought that would go really well with this whole palette together. So we're just going to put it on and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I really need to clean this palette up because it is a mess, girl, but I use it every day. And my signature move here. I know that looks like a lot, but I like to be a glowy girl. Like the highlighter just makes all the difference, and I just love his formula. I'm not using that sarcophagus one we got from the Supreme box because it's broken. I did email Jeffree Star Cosmetics and I'm trying to get a new one. I know it looks crazy with no lipstick on. It will look better, but that is the highlighter so far, and I think it goes very well with the eye look. Bada bing, bada boom, we are done. So a lot of times people ask me what lipstick I use because black lipsticks are hard to, it's hard to find a good black lipstick. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics black lipstick in the shade Weirdo. I have been using this for, let me see, about a month and a half every day, and I don't see any line that it's gone down at all. But there is this little like pink part right here, so maybe I've just used only that much. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about this palette. So retail value for the palette right now is $58. Do I think it's pricey? Yes. Do I think it could be cheaper? Yes, but also this is a collector's item because if you guys are not familiar with a lot of Jeffree Star palettes, usually they don't have his face on them. So this is something very different and cool. Also, this one has a different logo on it. It has the halo around the Jeffree Star logo, which was only seen in the Cremated collection. Didn't I tell you guys this eye look would really come together in the end? It's the lipstick. It's the lipstick, it's the highlighter, it's the little moon crescent, it's the everything. It just works for me. I don't know. But this palette really sent me today. I mean, and as we're looking at the colors, and I'll show you them one more time, they're a little bit beat up now that I've swatched everything and played with everything. But talk about beautiful, you guys. This palette for alt girls like me and goth girls like me is perfect. And if there's ever a day where I'm like, you know, maybe going to see my mom, or I don't know, going to a formal event like somebody else's wedding or something, there's plenty of colors you can pull from in here that would give you a really nice subtle look, but you could still play with your favorite palette. Is it my favorite? No, the Bloodlust palette is by far my favorite. Do I think it's worth the money? I think it depends on if you're a Jeffree Star stan or not, which I am. So I would say definitely worth the money, but I did save some money on this because I got it from a mystery box. I am very happy with this. Also, I do have the Coroner's Kiss lip gloss, which I might try out in another video. If you guys want to see that, comment down below. Maybe you want to see it as a lip topper for the black. I could always do that too. It's up to you guys. You just let me know what you want to see. Also, I do have the Androgyny palette, but I haven't really played with it that much because the color story in there is kind of like, it's like a watercolor set of paints. And I'm not really sure how I would do a cohesive makeup look with that. I can get very colorful and I can do something other than this. That's fine. And I'm willing to do that for you guys if that's what you want. But I just don't know how I would put those colors together. So if you guys want to see me play with androgyny, we can. If you guys want to start seeing palette bingos on days, weeks that I don't have anything going on and I need a filler video, we can start doing those too. If you want them to be only Jeffree Star palettes, we can do that. I have 4. If you want me to incorporate other palettes in that, I have probably about at least 10 other palettes. So you guys just let me know if you want me to start doing palette bingos, and if you want them to be all my palettes or just Jeffree Star, or if you want me to do more vampy eye looks, if you guys really like that. I can also do another video where I talk about tattoo stamps like the one I have right here and how you can apply them properly and take them off and everything like that. I mean, you guys just let me know, because this year I want my content to be more based on what you guys want, not just what I can do, because there's a lot of things I can do, but if you guys don't like it, there's no point in me making the content. Anyway, love this palette. Glad we got to play with it today. Definitely a keeper. If you guys like this type of content, or you want to see any other makeup unboxings or future makeup videos, please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, turn on notifications, give this video a like if you liked it, and that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!